Hi everyone, it's Footscray Bulldogs YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing our round 2 win against Footscray Bulldogs. If you are returning to Magpies, welcome, like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, watch this for the first time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, we won by 6 points. 10-16, 76-10, 10-70. Look, Bulldogs played really well last night, not gonna lie. Look, there's gonna be more make out the umpiring and all the rest, but I don't want to touch that yet, but I will later on. Look, our chances, this is where it feels like we had our chances to really seal the game, but also be further in front. Now, the inaccuracy that we had in front to goal, you take away the touch and the rush behind, because that's something that you can't control. It's really 10-13, same thing, like 10 goals 8. Realistically, we had our chances to really ice the game in that. Especially that last quarter, I think the third as well. Second quarter to a certain point. Mixed state of memory. So, to me, yeah, that definitely was a concern last night. But people are gonna, whinge about the umpiring and all that. Do I think Nick Dacos should have got penalised? Yes. There was a few holds that we didn't get. Especially in the last quarter. And there were probably 50-50 ones as well that the umpiring didn't pay. But also too, are people forgetting that the Dogs got a hole in the ball decision and a goal? We didn't get a hole in the ball decision inside 450 that were clearly there. And then, even though we got to go out of it anyway, so it probably didn't matter too much. And then don't forget, Sam Darcy got a short kick that got paid a mark that wasn't in 15. He went back and kicked it. So, for those people are talking about the umpiring, you can't control that. You just got to play the game on how you need to play. Umpires make mistakes. Umpires make mistakes, and so do the players, right? There are a lot of turnovers that happen that could have been better. But having said that, I'm going to say this, that there's swings and roundabouts in everything. Momentum swings, umpiring decisions. Well, every umpire sees an incident differently compared to another. And it may be, okay, that's not a free kick. So you can't really blame that. The only thing that you can control is when you kick out goal, that you don't hit the post, that you don't miss easy shots. And we did. So I want to give a shout to Footscray Bulldogs, because they played bloody well, and they really did. We could have just took our chances a little bit more in particular. And I will go through all the stats, and I'll go through the scores and that, especially the first quarter. But so what if we get rubber green? So what? It's not the end of the deal. Every game, some teams get the rubber green. It's just the way it is. You can have a blowout game, and yet a team can still get that many free kicks. It happens before. So, that's what I will say about the umpiring and all the rest as well. And there was a 100-year celebration, so, credit for Footscray, credit to our boys as well. But let's be honest, let's have a look at the first quarter. 3 goals, 3-4-22 to 2-4-16. Look, Bulldogs did jump past at the start, and that was a concern a little bit. Then we got back the momentum, we had control of it. So I thought, okay, well, if we can do that better, it'll be a lot easier. Also, going to second quarter, it's like, okay, well, if we can kick a few goals here, definitely will be handy. And then they kicked 3 goals 3, 3 goals 4. So when you say 3-3-21 to 3-4-22, we definitely had chances. And that was the second quarter when we had easy shots that we could have kicked as well. In the third quarter, 1-8 compared to 3-3-21. So it was an even quarter. And we were in front at that point. And then 2-5-17 to 3-1-19 as well. They kicked accurately as you possibly can. Unbelievable too. But we definitely did have our chances in front of goal as well. So I will say that it was very interesting indeed. So that is just remarkable. Really is remarkable. And I think we need to go through the game a fair bit. It's definitely there, and I'm just so glad that we got the job done in that aspect as well. Sam Darcy kicks the first goal within the first minute. That wasn't holding the ball, unfortunately. That should not have been paid. Kennedy missed. Thriller missed. Lockie McNeil kicked the goal. Vandermeer kicked the goal. Richards missed a rush behind. Jordan DeGoey missed, which probably could have kicked. McStay kicked the goal as well. Jamie Allett missed again. Nick Dacos missed. That was pretty simple. Lockie Schultz kicked the goal. A rush behind going into it. So we had one rush behind and a few chances as well. So, to me, that, we definitely did have our chances a little bit. In the second quarter, we had Jamie Allett kicking a goal. Bobby Hill kicked the goal as well. Sam Darcy kicked one when it wasn't in 15. Richards missed. He kicked his third goal. Dan Houston kicked a great goal for us. Rush behind to the Dogs. James Harms kicked the goal. Jamie Allett missed. Again, opportunities gone begging there. McNeil missed. Mason Cox missed, in which he probably should have kicked as well. Lipinski missed. McStay missed. That was a bad one. And there was a few chances there that we could have kicked as well. And I was going into halftime thinking, okay, well, if we can get into the game a little bit more and just kick accurately, we had a chance right there. Sam Darcy missed. He hit the post a few times as well. Crazy to say that. Lockie Schultz kicked his second. Bo McCreary kicked a goal. Sam Darcy missed again, so there's a few posters. Lockie Schultz missed. Ned Long missed. That was an easy one. And obviously a rush behind to Collingwood. And Riley West kicked a goal and decided to kick a great goal in that third quarter, leading up towards three-quarter time. But this is where the goals were pretty much more than double, because you look at it and you think, both teams in Collingwood take their chances would have been easier, but also the Dogs had their opportunities as well, and that's why the swings and roundabouts. But the last quarter, Bobby Hill kicked his second goal. That was a good goal. McStay missed, which he could have kicked. Sam Darcy, mate, kicked a great goal. That was superb. He's going to be such a force. I respect Sam Darcy. He played really, really well. Tom Liberatoy kicked the goal through a bad mistake. Jamie Allett missed, which he should not have missed. Jordan DeGoey missed that he shouldn't miss, and McStay missed that he shouldn't miss. Freo kicked the goal. DeGoey missed again, 3 behind. Mate, could have kicked that. Still Sidebone kicked the goal, and Rory Lobb missed as well. But again, it was a very good win. Both teams had chances, but it is what it is. You can't just always say, this is a narrative. The narrative is when Collingwood wins free kick Collingwood. Umpires helped. As soon as we lose, it's like we're too old, we're too slow, or we choked, or people would tend to laugh. I think people do need to grow up a little bit because there are swings and roundabouts in every single game. You may miss some easy shots, but then the next week you can kick straight. It's so crucial to have that. You can't just always blame umpires for results. The umpires are there to umpire the game. Each umpire sees the game differently. I'll go through the stats. 364 to 352. So that was another one. 204 kicks to 185. 167 handballs to 160. Inside 50s, 50 to 43. So inside 50s, 50 to 43. 73 to 72 disposal efficiency. Goal efficiency 23%, 10 goals from 43 inside 50s to 20%, 10 goals from 50 inside 50s. Free kick count 33 to 14, but I've seen games where it's like that. Hit-outs 38 to 37. Clearances 36 to 35. 7 clearances, that's when they killed us. 14 to 7. Stoppage clearances 29 to 21. 140 to 129 contested possessions. 215 to 208 uncontested possessions. Turnovers 65 to 57. Intercept 65-57. Marks 77 to 69. So, like I said, intercept 65-57. Time in possession in the match 46% to 38. 50% to 33 discord. The last 10 minutes 40% to 23. Marks 77 to 69. 12 to 11 marks inside 50. Marks inside 50 to 12 to 11. 13 to 12 contested marks. Biggest lead 22 points in the first quarter, 15 in the last. 2 rushed. 4 posters, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. 2 rushed, 1 touched. 2 posters, 7 behind to the right, 4 to the left. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Tackles 64 to 54. 12-9 tackles in the 450. 65 bounces, 1% is 50 to 46. And 72 to 66 interchange as well. So the positives were we won the second quarter and the third quarter. I thought it was good. The last quarter we did win that a little bit. The negative were the positive was that we did bounce back and Nick Dacos had a great game as well. Also true, one thing I will say, the negatives were our goal kicking in particular. So like I said, the negatives that we kicked in accurately, we had our chances. Positives were Nick Dacos' game I thought was sensational. Also, I like Lockie Schultz's game, 2 goals, 17 disposals. Darcy Cameron, 19 disposals, 26 hit-outs. Josh Dacos had 27 disposals as well. I thought that was 25 disposals he had, sorry. And Sidebomb had 2 goals, 22 disposals. Crisp had 21 and Howell had 17 as well. De Goey had 13, 1 behind. 15 disposals, 3 behinds as well, Pendles. And I thought Bobby Hill's 2 goals as well. I thought that was sensational in the way that he went about it. And Maynard had 13 disposals as well. Cox did well. 12 hit-outs, 8 disposals, 1 behind. He should have kicked that. But all in all, I think it was a very good game as well. Now, how do I rate this out of 10? I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. I don't think it was a perfect game from us. But I still think that both teams had their opportunities when it mattered as well. Now, for the Cavs Magpies votes, we got on 1 vote, I thought, Still Sidebottom. Still Sidebottom, I thought was sensational. 25 disposals. 22 disposals, I should say. And I thought he was sensational. 2 votes to Josh Dacos. 27 disposals. I thought he was sensational. And 3 votes, Nick Dacos, I thought was superb as well in the way that he played out clearly best on ground, played really, really well. But yeah, we'll definitely see during the week. Now, we'll be streaming the Bulldogs versus Carlton game, so don't forget to drop a like, guys. Also, drop a sub. Look, we'll see what happens. The narrative, the narrative needs to be stopped. Like the free kicks that were there, and Luke Beveridge said it himself, guys, that they gave away some free kicks, and you know the swings and roundabouts in games that you get, momentum swings, umpiring decisions. So you can't really control that. Unfortunately, it's just the way that the game is, and that's what makes it so great too. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to drop a like, also drop a sub. Bye for now.